again with another episode of Roofer Reflections, and I'm here today with Paul, who I'm very excited to interview. So, Paul, how many years have you been in the roofing industry?
Actively, probably at least 30 years by now. I've had my company now for 27 years, so been doing that for a while. My first jobs I ever had in the roofing industry was working for our company out of Wichita Falls, Texas. One of my first jobs there was I was a gopher. I was going to college, and I was enrolled at TCJC. Back then, Texas, it was Tarrant County Junior College, and I would go pick up things for crews. I would go pick up pipe flashings or maybe bundle of shingles or nails or whatever they may need. And so that was my first introduction into the roofing industry, doing that.
How did it grow from there? Just doing that, here and there.
I started gaining more interest of what do these parts do? What does this do? What I want to know more. And the curiosity level started going from there. And then the company I was with decided to bring me on as a very young salesman. And then I went and worked for a bigger company, probably 3 years of working with them, with a bigger company here in town. And I did that for about 2 years. And then after that, I decided, just to start my own business. And I got a good story behind that if you want to hear it.
Tell me about that transition. What made you move?
I always tell people my first roof system I really ever learned and deeply was wood roofs. So that was the first list systems I ever learned to really sell and install. So I got real good at that. Then I decided to start my own company. I got kind of lucky one day. And sometimes you need luck. One of my friends' parents here in Fort Worth had a sprawling house. Was about 8,000 square foot, but it was one story. And it had a wood roof on it. They wanted to take the wood roof off, they wanted to deck it, and they wanted to install an asphalt shingle roof. So I said, yes, I could handle that, not a problem. And he said, but I want you to do it. I want you to do it on your own. I don't want to hire a big company. I trust you. Can you figure this out? I said, all right, well, I think I can. So yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. But I only had one problem. I didn't have credit. So I went to a JEH roofing supply. And I went to talk to a sales rep there and walked in his office and said, hey, Henry, I need about $10,000 line of credit and I need it back. So he really did. He sat there and he goes, Paul, I'm going to give you your $10,000, but you better pay me back. I go, I promise you I will pay you back. I will pay you back. I will pay you back. Got everything put together, went and did the roof. When I was done, I walked in to this gentleman's office to get paid. And it was my first job I ever did on my own my whole life. And he paid me. My first job back then was a lot of money too, $22,000 in $100 bills. And I got it. I thanked him. He thanked me. And I took off and went straight to JEH, went up to Henry, went up to his office, sat down with him, opened up my paper bag and paid him back.
When you talk to someone or someone comes to you and say, hey, look, I'm considering the roofing industry as a career, what do you tell that individual?
One thing I always try to warn them about is just be careful with the companies that you choose to work for. There are a lot of the guys out here that promise the moon. And you need to really do your research deeply and make sure that you know what they're about, how long they've been in business, if how they pay their bills so you get paid. Do a background check, a thorough background check on these companies, and look at your pay scales. How are they going to pay you? I mean, are they going to pay you like a 1099 contractor, which I'm not a big fan of? So if anybody's getting into it, I would highly recommend that you make sure whatever company you're working for is at least trying to do those type of things in order to support you to make it better for you.